June 24th is birthday of Najaf Najafov, founder of First Free Press during the period of independence. My guest today is Executive Director of Najaf Najafov Fund, Shahin Hajiyev. Welcome to our studio. Thank you. As we know, he was one of the well-known editors during Soviet Union. How well do you remember Najaf Najafov? To begin with, Najaf Najafov is the founder of independent journalism in Azerbaijan, and he had big involvement in Azadlık and Молодежь Azerbaijan newspapers. I would call him historical figure. He gave a lot of involvement in Azerbaijan journalism, and his activities are of great importance for journalism in Azerbaijan. I know that during Soviet Union you worked together with Najaf Najafov in Молодежь Azerbaijan newspaper. How did you disseminate the ideology of freedom at that time? Generally, he had different character, that is, he always tried to discuss problematic issues and to prove his opinions. During Soviet Union, it was non-real to demonstrate against government. However, after Gorbachev came to power, they had a lot of opportunities to discuss several issues. He brought Komsomol leaders together and made discussions, learned their opinions, comments. Those steps paved the way for foundation of independent school of journalism. He made great success. That is, people began to trust media and they realized that they have opportunity to express their opinions, to compare something, to refuse against something, etc. Najaf Najafov was the founder of critical press, and we know that at that period critical journalists ended up in prisons, death, etc. How well is he capable of great endurance toward dangers? Well, during Soviet Union it was banned to criticize government leading party. However, Najaf Najafov wrote criticizing articles. At the end, he was fired. After he was dismissed, he founded Azadlık newspaper. How did he achieve it? Well, during that period, Молодежь Azerbaijan was an official newspaper. However, Azadlık was an independent newspaper and all political issues were discussed, criticized in this newspaper. Of course, several flaws were felt in the publication of the newspaper. However, there was freedom of expression. This was the only mass media at the hard period when Karabakh problem existed. During that period, a lot of people read Azadlık newspaper and almost 250,000 circulation was sold out. How did the newspaper achieve that success? At that time, there's no satellite and official channels don't give all of the information because of censure put on it. Therefore, the true source of information was only Azadlık newspaper. Therefore, the newspaper was attracted by a number of people. What do you know about Najaf Najafov's life? How did he overcome difficulties during hard periods? Najaf Najafov was at the same time politician and public statesman, and he did more than involving in newspaper activities. He was one of the people who struggled against the army that entered Baku on January 19, 20th, 1990. He was always under threats. However, he didn't give up. During that period, Najaf Najafov called Minister of Internal Affairs to the newspaper office and asked him to apologize for pressures on journalists. What can you tell us about it? He was a very brave journalist and he couldn't close his eyes while journalists were beaten, pressured and insulted. He did his best to help journalists to protect their rights. At the same time, Najaf Najafov was parliamentarian. When he took his position based on legislation, he didn't work as editor-in-chief anymore. Why journalists of current period don't follow him? You know, in order to follow him, to act as him, one must have personality. If a person pays money for selecting him as parliamentarian, it means he has no personality. Actually, it is the problem of political structure in the country. All people with personality are isolated from the society where authoritarianism exists. Another question: how was Najaf Najafov's attitude toward Azerbaijan Popular Front Party, whose members had ambiguous attitude to him? Well, he had a democratic attitude. The main negative attitude towards him was that his colleagues forgot him after he left his job. What is the government's attitude towards Najaf Najafov? If I'm not mistaken, he was rewarded with Order of Glory. Well, he was respected by all the governments. I knew that he was a very beautiful person and faithful to his nation. In 2003, he was given Order of Glory, and he was the first journalist to receive this award. Thank you for coming to our studio. My guest today was Executive Director of Najaf Najafov Fund, Shahin Hajiyev.